Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to MBR, or as we like to call it around here, Nothing But Rants, the show where I find topics that I'm oddly passionate about and I pontificate upon them. These are not hot takes, but rather takes that I'm hot about. What's up? You really like that?
Let's shut up and grind some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome into the Film Guy Network on a fabulous, I would assume, Tuesday evening. It's Tuesday morning over here for us in the studio. We've got a film study coming for you guys right before 2 hours of the best live content and live streaming content available on the internet with regards to college football. It's a big weekend going into week one of the college football season. There's a lot of really big football games. I think very few larger, at least in terms of ranked matchup opponents, than Georgia and Clemson right there in Mercedes-Benz, set to kick off at noon Eastern. All right, on ABC Network, right there inside Mercedes-Benz here in Atlanta, Georgia. Obviously, we did some film study on what to expect for Clemson. Watched their spring game a couple weeks ago. I think that did almost 30,000 views here on YouTube. You guys seem to like that, including Clemson fans. So if Clemson fans, if we have found you again via the algorithm, we appreciate you for being here. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button and subscribing, liking, rating, review, and all that good stuff as well. But we're going to take a look at Clemson's offense. I asked Kirby Smart yesterday, hey, Coach, when you go to study an opponent, what are you studying? Particularly a brand new one like this. You haven't played Clemson in 3 years. Even if you were to go back and look at that stuff from 3 years ago, it's not really pertinent and not really, relative to what's going on in this matchup. So who are you studying? What are you studying? Are you looking at the spring game like we did? Or are you looking at last year's games? Or what are you taking a look at? And he essentially said, hey, we're going to look at offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, identity, study those guys, who they are to their core. And then, of course, we'll take a look at their last several games as well in the coach's film. Didn't necessarily mention the spring game, even though I would be looking at spring game from a newness, like, hey, how have players developed? That's kind of what we did with the spring game eval over here, even though we did try to identify the core traits of who they are as offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators, because we felt like here on this channel, if I look at your spring game, I'm at least going to get your core install, your base plays, who you are at your very, very core in terms of identity. If I go back and look at your previous games, I might find some tendencies, right? Which is what we're going to try to look at today. So we're going to take a look at this Clemson game, Clemson versus Kentucky. Take a look at the offensive side of the football. We appreciate you guys for being here today for sure. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, and rate, reviewing. We got a saying around here during football season, baby. It's time to shut up and it's time to grind the tape. Man, I'm excited to be here with you guys today. I'm sure Jay Will's excited to be watching this broadcast live and in person and running them cameras. All right, we're going to start and open the football game here, all right, with what I call a design four beater. All right, they open up in empty, by the way. Quarterback all there by himself, and it looks to me, based off the shell, all right, we're going to get some type of quarters from Kentucky. I see a nice, easy umbrella, all right, that's going to give me some type of indication of cover four. All right, now, however, the only difference is, you see this, Jonathan? You see how these safeties are at slightly different levels? All right, you also see how this guy's a little closer to the hash. This guy's outside the hash. All right. Might be a little rock and roll post-snap. Might something we need to pay attention to, okay? Pre-snap looks like quarters. Post-snap might change a little bit for us, all right? But what we want to pay attention to is design and why the offense is doing what they're doing. Because at the start of football games, when you have openers, right? You have openers for a reason. These are the things we design because we think they're going to work, all right? Based off the studying and the film study that we've done previously on this opponent. So I open in quarters, I open in empty. I expect to get some type of quarters. Now, I believe, if my memory serves me correct, Clemson's going to give some type of quarters beater right here. They're going to give, all right, some mesh concepts and some deep verticals off of those mesh concepts, all right, with some check down options for the quarterback as well. All right, so let's take a look at the concepts right here. There you see Kentucky has now changed what it looked like pre-snap. Pre-snap, it looked like quarters. Post-snap, it looks like thirds. We got one middle field safety, one corner over there, one corner over here. All right. There is the verticals I showed you. All right. The mesh has already happened. All right. We got one sit down and a Dover working over here as well. Now, pre-snap, this quarters beater is delightful, right? If they were indeed in quarters, okay. Excuse me, wrong one. If they were indeed in quarters, all right, this post, and this Dover would hit right about there, right? But because the post-snap rotation changed, we changed the thirds instead of quarters. Now I have to check the football down. It's actually a really, really good job by Cade Clubnik, buying time, not forcing the football early in the game, all right, checking it down. Because if there's anything we are weak in cover 3, it is the flats. All right, let's take a look. Let's rewind that just a little bit. You'll see coverage change. These coverage change. These quarters beaters that we had pre-snap, or we thought we had pre-snap, are now closed. The Dover's now closed too. Let's check the ball down. Actually, decent pass protection here. Thought the left tackle got a little bit screwed by the tight end chip right here. Left tackle's got inside help to an extent. All right, and you're gonna push that guy all the way in on me. And I got nobody in there. You basically gave that defensive end a two-way go by smacking him inside. One thing you'll learn about this football team, okay, if something they are running works, they're going to come back to it, all right? And here's the deal. You don't see a lot of tight end to the, counter to the tight end right here, all right? We got a defensive end over here, a 4 down front from Kentucky, all right, with the tight end attached, okay? So that's the Y. Now, they're going to jet motion, if my memory serves me correct, this wide receiver. Ultimately, that's going to squeeze this corner into the box. It's going to come down into what we call like a nub, right? We're in a nub set. The tight end's all the way over there by himself. Now, instead of running what most teams do, which is like H counter to the field, Clemson's actually going to run GT counter, all right, guard and tackle, and arc release the Y for that nub corner that ends up getting pulled into the box. Watch this. Okay, so here comes the jet motion. Boom, there comes the corner to squeeze. That tight end's going to arc release out for this corner, and now that linebacker's left to play the edge all by himself. Okay, watch this from the tight. You can really see the confusion this creates for the defensive end. All right, normally a defensive end is the kick player responsible here, right? He's got to really slam down on that kick blocker that's coming. But because we have this tight end right here, not necessarily expecting counter, right? This guy gives us what looks to be outside zone footwork. That left tackle looks to me like he's trying to reach my front side inside gap, right? So I'm going to squeeze. I'm going to surf down. Well, now all of a sudden we got an arc release for this guy, and now 32's got to fill this void and set this edge on this kick out guard. And now guess what? We got a tackle all the way up for the front side inside safety. Bottom line, all right, due to manipulation through tight end alignment and jet sweep motion, we have now created a really, really good numbers advantage for us as an offense on the front side of this play. Okay? And by the way, you're going to see this play over and over and over and over and over again in this film study. By the way, Jonathan, don't let us go further than like 35, 40 minutes. I don't want to be dragging this thing out too long. All right? Even though I know it's good stuff. I know. We're going to 149 next. Let's go here. Let's see what we're looking at. All right, this is a concern. All right, this guy's back. This guy returns. All right. I believe they're 4 or 5. I think it's all of these dudes. I think they're 4 or 5 returner. I think they have to replace the center, if my memory serves me correct. Clemson fans will correct me either way. Nonetheless, they return a lot of this offensive unit, especially this guy. He's back. He's back at left tackle. All right, now, everybody knows who this dude is on this SEC channel. That is Deion Walker. Deion Walker is listed at 6'5", 340. But Deion Walker ain't playing a biscuit lighter than 350 in this film. Okay, I'm telling you that right now. Okay, so in this film, Deion Walker, he 355, dude. This is post-January. This is post-Christmas time. This is January bowl game. He done gone through Thanksgiving. It's cold down there in Lexington, Kentucky. He done swelled up. I'm telling you right now. 360. Okay, 360, 6'5". All right, playing inside shade right now, playing a 4-eye on this left tackle. Now, here's my concern. If we can't get our head across, and saw off number 0, who is an NFL football player, do not get me wrong, but he ain't exactly twitchy. If we can't get our head across and create a down blocking surface on number 0 right here, which ultimately blows up the play. This havoc, all right, getting his head across from you ultimately makes this play bounce this way. All right. So my question for this left tackle is, hey, if we can't get our head across 0, how are we going to get our head across 13 on Saturday? Or how are we going to get our head across 93? Because 93, 13, all these guys who are going to be playing in a 4-eye for Georgia, slightly more nimble than 360 pounds short of a biscuit, Deion Walker. All right? And I like Deion Walker. Don't get me wrong. I do. I like Deion Walker. But I got to have better footwork and better twitch, if you will, from that left tackle. I've always thought, hey, Clemson really, they do. Don't get me wrong. Clemson recruits really smart offensive linemen. I think they're serviceable college football players. I do think they are extremely limited laterally. I think every Clemson offensive lineman I've evaluated, except for a buddy that got drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers at left tackle a couple years ago, I thought every offensive lineman from Clemson I've evaluated has been a less than superior lateral athlete. They can't go this way, all right? Especially when you get them against a superior athletic offensive line. All right, here's the one thing about a Riley offense. You gonna get eye candy. You're going to get eye candy. Running back started right here, motioned here. Okay, we're going to post snap, act like we're running counter. And then, oh, by the way, all we're doing is running tunnel screen up here to the wide receiver. The other thing, all right, so eye candy, block disruption on the edge and the perimeter. Not the edge, the perimeter. Block disruption out here is vital. Absolutely vital, because what we got right here is a one-on-one with a tight end. I believe that's number 9, a really big 6'6", 260-pound, really athletic, mobile, blocking tight end out on the edge. Okay, you're one-on-one with him, and then guess what? We got 7 yards of space, okay, to now close between Antonio Williams and our corner. All right, so you're looking at Daniel Harris, you're looking at Julian Humphrey, and the whole camp, they've been telling y'all, whoever's the most physical is going to be the guy to play. We need you to put physicality on tape. Well, the part of the reason why, game 1, week 1, you're going to have, it's going to be all about block disruption outside, okay? All about block disruption outside, okay? And I think personally, over the last several years, and Jonathan, you can confirm or deny, I think Georgia has been one of the superior football teams in the country with regards to both block disruption on the perimeter and tackling on the perimeter.
Yeah, for sure. Especially guys like Kamari Lassiter who just excel at it.
That's something that they're going to have to get back out and figure out at that corner spot now that Kamari is gone. Right, and Dalen Everett certainly has shown a propensity to put his nose in the mix as well. Okay, we're going to 238 right here. All right, this is 3rd and 9 here. 3rd and 9 here. I believe we've got mesh with a Dover. All right, let me look here. Yep, there's the mesh, there's the out, and there's the Dover. All right, we have an out here. We've got the Dover after getting outside leverage on number 1 here, and we have the mesh concept. By the way, a lot of mesh. Mesh is a staple in this offense. They mesh. By the way, guess who else does? USC, all the Riley brothers. They are mesh-based. Every offensive pass play, I would say 80% of them have a mesh concept coming somewhere. There will be some type of crisscrossing right here, 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. You can almost bank on it. Now, here's my question. We are in year 3 of college football. We are in year 2 of starting for Clemson right here, right? For Cade Clubnik. This is year 1 for him starting. This is game 13 for him. All right, as a true starter, game 13. Now, I think this is what I classify as a turn down. All right, meaning the offensive coordinator has designed a winner for you. You turned it down. You checked down elsewhere. We have to punt the football now because you turned it down. All right, so look at this. Here, well, I explained to you the concept. We got those meshes with that Dover and the out down here. Now, I understand if you want to take this out, that's fine. Honestly, pre-snap reads would tell you it's going to be open whether it's quarters or cover 3. So I would have been good with that. But here's what Coach wants. I know Coach wants this Dover. He has been seeing them rotate from quarters to 3 the whole first possession. So he's going to run mesh. You know why he's running mesh? Because these hook defenders got to come. We got to do something to bring these hook defenders up. But it's 3rd and 9. So 7-yard meshes aren't going to get us to the sticks. We know this. So what are they for? They're to get us this Dover. They're to get us this deep over and get it open and run into grass. And guess what? By God, it's running to grass. It is running to grass all day. The deep safety's 9 yards back, 10 yards back. The front side corner in thirds is occupied by this mesh you put strategically on the hash, by the way. Okay, so this is running to grass. We have got to throw this ball. In my opinion, this can't be a turn down. All right, this isn't some dagger concept where the slot receiver's just running the safety off. No, this appears to me to be the designed hit, right? To be the designed win in the offense on 3rd and 9. It's the only thing, all right, other than this ball down here that's taken away by 2 defenders, okay? It's the only thing in the concept that's designed to achieve the goal, which is to get to the sticks, okay? And I know we can say, hey, coach, we're in 2-down territory. All right, we're in 2-down territory. No, you're not. You kicked the field goal the next possession or the next play. So you weren't in 2-down territory, nor was that conveyed to you pre-snap. So I think that's what I would classify again as a turn down. We can't have turn downs like this. This is if you're a Clemson fan watching this is obvious signs of growth, right? If you're a Georgia fan looking for concerns, well, I'm gonna tell you right now, year 2 in the system, game 14, he better be hitting this. He better be hitting this. All right. And if you allow it to be there Saturday, I would imagine he does hit that. Because I do believe in progression and growth in this athlete being Cade Clubnik. Really, really high-end professional in terms of how he goes about his business. Always has been, even dating back to his high school years. Honestly, Jonathan, I thought part of the reason why he was a 5-star was because of the personal pedigree. People could identify easily the intangibles. And by the way, some bitch won football games. Lots and lots and lots of football games in high school and beat some really, really good football teams. 21 personnel formations, that is Will Shipley, and this is Phil Maffa, or maybe mixed match. You can chunk it. I think they ran probably 12 or 15 plays out of 21 personnel in this football game. We're going to flip right through them. I think you can chunk them. They don't have I don't think they have 2 good running backs on the roster. I think they got one really, really good one. And the rest of the room, it's like, hey, we'll find out. We'll find out about you. But Phil Maffa is the guy, and I don't think they hop into 21 personnel sets. So let's move on with that. That's when coaches are like, yeah, not every team is different every single year. That's what he's talking about. That's just personnel matching. You're not going to do that. Mesh with the 3-beater. I think it's another turn down. Okay. They have another mesh concept right here from the bottom. All right. Another mesh concept right here. They're going to run whoop and whoop. And then they're going to take Will Shipley out of 21 personnel and they're going to run him up the sideline, hoping to get him matched up with whoever takes him out of the backfield, okay? Whoever has to turn and run vertically and match this with the running back, they're hoping that they get him on a one-on-one, and they do. Okay, here's Will Shipley. He's about to jump inside, and he's going to run with leverage. By the way, the deep safety is right here. He's out of your picture. The deep safety's in the middle of the field, in between the hashes. There is no way, if that ball's thrown outside shoulder, this dude's ever getting in the mix, okay? Again, the design winner. The guy that when we drew this play up and when we sat down in the offensive meeting room on Monday, all right, we said, hey, coach, what do you like? Coach said, well, hey, we can get into this set out of 21 personnel. We can run Shipley up the sideline, and he's either going to get matched up with a corner that's got eye candy in front of him, or better, he's going to run with a nickel, or even better, he's going to get caught running with a linebacker down into the boundary. Well, we got what we wanted. He beat the dude, all right? And by the way, pocket's clean. Left tackle's holding up. The other 2 guys are getting held up by 4 offensive linemen in the middle. We got a very, very clean pocket. There's no reason right now why this ball shouldn't be delivered to the winner. All right, to the designed winner of this play. I think that's, again, a turn down for me. That's a turn down. When we should have a 40, 50, 60-yard explosive, and we're turning it down. And again, this isn't, hey, we're going to show you a couple plays later where obviously the guy running the deep route is just there to run people off. They're trying to get a corner, or they're trying to get something up underneath it, where obviously you're told, hey, run that like your life depended upon it, love it like you love football, or run it like you love football. That's not what's happening right here for Ship. Ship turns his head around like he's expecting the football because he's expecting the football. Right there. I think this is one. I love this concept right here. We got a corner, sit, and a swing. All right, and it's ran differently. Okay, we got basic. I know it's not flood. I call all these flood. When we're ball on the right hash, or ball on the left hash, and we're gonna run 3 guys into one area. All right, all of this area over here is where we're attacking. We are flooding this concept with as many bodies as we possibly can. So here's how they're going to do it. They're actually going to go inside stem, run a corner from number 1. They're going to go outside stem, okay, and run a sit from number 2. And then they're going to run a swing from the running back right here, right? On 3rd and 2. It's 3rd and short right now. Don't know if it's 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, whatever. It's 3rd and short. All right. And either way, like when we run this many people into this amount of space, we're going to get some type of green grass that creates some bubble is going to create, right? As the flat defender presses out and puts hands on the tight end, he's eventually coming back. We got this corner. So I'm going to tell you right now, this corner is going to get occupied by this corner. So we can just go ahead and mark that off. That's not coming to us. Now we're going to read this apex defender, right? We're going to read him tight end to flat. If he bumps with the flat at all, we're going to stick the tight end right now, put it on his chest. Watch Cade Clubnik. Boom. All right. So now we see this flat defender who we're reading now. It's made it nice and clear. All right. We're 2-on-1 in him, right? We see him toes down, meaning, hey, my toes are down. I'm about to be accelerating downfield. I'm coming downhill. All right. Now, boom, stick, put it on the tight end's chest right now. I love this concept. Nice and easy for the quarterback. Would have liked better ball placement. Don't think we need to be putting this one up high. We make our tight end jump right here and expose his rib cage. We don't need to be doing that. But I do like the structural concept of what the offensive coordinator was doing on his real first 3rd and medium. I would beg this dude to run the football. I talked about this on the show yesterday. Oh, by the way, hey, unless your name is Josh Heupel, if you're in double twins, all out engage 8. I freaking know you're running the football. And if you want to come out here and throw these little screens, that's fine. I'll run and tackle. I dare you. But if you come out here in double twins and your name ain't Josh Heupel, engage 8. Engage 8. Every single one of you. I don't know why you do this, offense coordinators. All of you. You hop in this, and I know you're running the ball every time. Either way, I would beg this quarterback to run the football. I think he's a serviceable athlete. I think he puts himself at risk for big hits. Okay? Oftentimes. Like we're running back in. We're going to run back in to where the D tackles are. That's what we want to do. We want to stick our foot in the ground and go back in here. And oh, by the way, not get down. We're not just going to dive down. Oh, we got 2 yards. Let's protect our body. No. We're going to stay up and get our head almost ripped off by SEC defenders. I promise you, it would be in my game plan. We are going to allow to think he can use his legs today. All right, because I think this guy really exposes himself to big hits. I mean, his head almost gets taken off right there towards the end of that play because you're not giving yourself up. Okay, so look, this dude right here, he willy-nilly, bro, he got free game. He got free game to put a shoulder on your chin strap right now. All right, and this is constant for 2. Every time he gets the ball out in space, he is trying. He's competitive, man. It's to a downfall almost when he's running the ball. We're too competitive with the ball in our hands.
At the 23-minute mark, by the way.
23-minute mark. I think it's a turnover-worthy play. Again, I would invite this guy to scramble as well. When he does this, I think he's about to do something goofy. Okay, well, he's about to do something risky. He did it in the spring game. He's done it majority of the time, in my opinion, on his rollouts when he's escaping the pocket. Not when we're designing play action rolls. I'm talking about, hey, right tackle just got beat. I need to escape. This ball's at risk, okay? This ball is certainly put at risk in essentially triple coverage, or double coverage. We got a guy up underneath to making the window hard and a guy on top coming down to play this football at its reception point. That is a at-risk play, in my opinion, and I think he does this quite frequently. One got picked off in the spring game, wasn't his fault. He did have another turnover-worthy play a little bit later that I didn't like. Also, hate this. I hate this. I would put this. I mean, if I were a football culture built on toughness, okay, this would be on the board Monday morning, and I would make sure everyone knows that I love Phil. And I would say, Phil, I love you to death, son. I really do. But Phil, how much do you weigh? And Phil would say, Coach, I'm 6'1", 232 pounds. And I say, you goddamn right, Phil Maffa. And Phil, you came into my office all off season saying, Coach, I need the rock. Coach, I need the rock. Coach, I need them totes. Coach, Will's gone. I need them totes. Well, hey, buddy, you're 230 pounds. You're 232 pounds, whatever you weigh. By God, if I ever see you diving at the cleats of a linebacker again on a blitz, we're going to have words. We're going to have words. Because I can't have this. Because you're too damn big, son. You're too damn big. You're too damn big to be diving at feet. Keep your head up, put your teeth in somebody, put your face mask in somebody else's face mask, and let's play some football. Now, technically, you get the knockdown. I mean, that right there, boom, that knocked down. All right, but you also cause the pressure, essentially. I think that's a turnover-worthy play. What about you, Jonathan?
Yeah, it's very risky.
All right, we're going to 534. I think it's the wrong read. I think it's the wrong read. All right, here's why. Okay. It's third and long, by the way. It's third and long. We're obviously getting pressure, right? That's obvious signs of pressure. Oh, by the way, this alignment's creeping me out too. So alignment's creeping me out. This is telling me man coverage. This is telling me man coverage. Hey, might be getting some type of cover one, maybe. Might be getting some type of man coverage, but either way, we're definitely getting pressure, right? Definitely getting pressure. Here's the concept, Jonathan. We got the Dover coming here. All right, we got a stutter and go, or not a stutter and go. We got an mandatory outside release, vertical down on the sideline. Okay, so here would be my thing. All right, I'm watching this safety post snap, no matter what. Whatever this, because if this is the concept I'm reading, this is the only guy I got to pay attention to. He's either going to help with this man coverage or he's going to help with this man coverage. All right, so that's my first thing. I'm reading him. The other thing I know for a fact, I'm getting pressure. So let me ask you this, Jonathan. If you're getting pressure, would you read the vert or would you read the Dover first?
The Dover.
I'm the other way around.
Really?
I'm reading the vert. You know why? The Dover's going to take time to clear. The Dover's not going to hit until it's over here. We know this. The concepts of football tell us we're not hitting this Dover right here on 3rd and 6. Right? We got to hit this Dover over here, at least second window. At least. So that's going to take time, right? By the time we get there, we're probably going to be taking a hit. They're bringing more than we got. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm eyes on safety. If he does anything like this, I'm sticking this go ball right now. And by the way, this guy, I'm going to know if he's winning immediately. He's in bump and run. So if he stacks this corner ball right now, we're going. What I shouldn't be doing against bump and run, all right, is reading this Dover to go. Because the Dover's going to come open second. The go's going to come open now. Watch. Okay, so again, we're eyes on safety, then we're reading it go to Dover. Let's watch the safety right as the ball snapped. Down set Hut. Oh, boom. He's rolling midfield. He's gone. Oh, also, by the way, so now we're going to say, all right, we said we got Dover and we got the go. We're going to read it. Go to Dover, right? Go to Dover. That's how I would read it. All right, let's peep the go. Oh, shit. Jump right on top of him. Man, here's why. Okay, conceptually, it just makes a little bit more sense to me because I know this Dover is going to take time to clear, man. I know it's going to take time to clear, and I know we're getting pressure. And oh, by the way, safety rolled away from me immediately off snap. Now, here's my problem, okay, with the quarterback play specifically. I do think he locates the safety. I do. But the moment the safety rolls away, he's got eyes on the safety right now. Put us in 2. The moment the safety rolls away, he locks in on that Dover right now, and he stares at that Dover and stares at it and stares at it. And guess what? The ball is in a great spot. It's in a great spot, but it's not in the place where the guy was winning. The guy was winning down on the sideline, okay? I think our process was incorrect, meaning I think we should have ran that or read that rather vert to Dover. Another counter to the tight end. By the way, guys, they're on 2 completely different levels. Two completely different levels. I think we're going to see a lot of this on Saturday. A lot of this from Georgia defensive linemen. What does that mean? It means they think they know what's finna happen, and they're about to do something based off that. You're going to see a lot of this on Saturday afternoon, I think. Okay? Can't be doing that in college football. Can't be lining a yard deep into the backfield not thinking people know. Okay? Now, Kentucky overrunning it a little bit, okay? The first time they ran counter to the Y, all right, defensive end jumped inside. He still does. Now we got alley support, all right, and then he's got to run the alley. Now, the problem is all three of these dudes overrun this football play, and Maffa cuts up vertically right here, okay? Oh, that's actually Shipley. But there you see it, all right? And they did it a little bit differently here with the tight, okay? Because they didn't have the jet motion to pull the nub corner, right? So now they're actually going to trade this. They're going to down block this to the front side inside linebacker. 78 and 9 are working to 32. Look at that, boom, okay? And then we got the tackle pulling for the front side inside linebacker. I would be very, very prepared for counter. Adding hats is a theme. Look at this. This is counter with the H lead. This is counter H lead. Okay, again, offset, butts in the air. Pay attention. Pay attention right now. You're going to be sitting at home Saturday, I promise you, and y'all going to be screaming counter because offensive guard is going to be on their heels a yard in the backfield. They're going to pull and kick, pull and wrap, and by the way, lead the H out of pistol. Okay, so that's number 1 back there. That's number 9. Okay, this is going to look even more physically daunting with Maffa back here because Maffa's got about 30 pounds on Shipley. Okay, about 30 minutes in?
Yeah, 31. I want to get to this. All right, we've gone through a couple of possessions now. Not a lot of deep shots taken, right? You haven't seen many? Nope.
I would agree. All right, let's get to 10:36. Here's what they did in the spring game, and here's what I think they have to do. They will be a play-action deep shot team. It's their only way to design conceptually shots for them to hit, both protection-wise and create some type of one-on-one and separation. Okay, because I don't think they have, outside of Antonio Williams, I don't think they have guys that can we got winners. All right, the dude's going to go out and ball, and we don't even have to worry about it. He's just going to win. I don't think they necessarily have that. So what they have to do is design play-action shots, okay? And you have to understand something about play-action. Jonathan, I'm not calling play-action on 2nd and 9 in my own 20-yard line. It's not happening. That's a standard play. That's a standard pass play. Where am I calling play action? Where am I taking my shots? I'm going to tell you right now, 2nd and short. I'm going to tell you a 2nd and short midfield, ball in between the 45s. That's a shot play. I think you need to be paying attention. Plus territory, first down. Okay, that's a shot play. When they're in somewhat what some people would consider 4-down territory, first down basically becomes an opportunity to take shots. Okay, because 2nd down is now first down. Okay. You get what I'm saying? We need to be paying attention for play-action shot territory and situations. This is one of those right here in this football game, okay? They have just picked up their first down since their first drive, really in green territory. They're finally having a successful drive. They're moving the ball. All right, they get a 1st and 10. They hop in pistol with the H on the line. They get condensed. They are taking a shot. I'm telling you, they're going to take shots in these situations, and they're going to do it with basically 2-man concepts. Not basically, it is a 2-man concept. They're running the Dover from the tight, and they're running a go ball here from the wide receiver on the bottom. And that go ball on the bottom, buddy, his job is to run that route like he loves football. All right, his job on this post is to take him and him. That's all you got to do. I don't even want you looking for the ball, bro. I want you running those 2 dudes off because we got Stellato coming over here on this Dover, and that's the whole concept, and that's who we are designing it for. Okay? So these are their shots, guys. This is how they do it. This is an 18-yard reception, I believe, right here for Stellato. Relatively easy pitch and catch, but it does get pretty tight on him if you look at this end zone clip.
Good ball. Really good ball. I'm good. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Simpson one. If you did, if you're a Clemson fan and you think, hey man, these guys seem to know a little bit about football. We do, and we talk a lot of it here on the channel. So if you like it, make sure you subscribe and rate and review and all that good stuff. We'll have a defensive preview coming up for you probably tomorrow. Probably going to break out that tape here in a couple of minutes and start taking some notes. Appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button on your way out. We'll see you live right here on the network at 8 o'clock.